Hi little explorers! Welcome to our Mount Everest Adventure. Today we're going to visit the tallest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. It stands like a giant guarding the roof of the earth. Everest is not only tall but also full of mysteries and brave stories. For many people, just reaching its base is a lifelong dream, and climbing to the top is the greatest challenge. But today, we don't need climbing boots or oxygen tanks. All we need is our imagination and curiosity to begin this wonderful adventure. Are you ready? Our journey starts now. So where is this giant? Mount Everest stands right on the border between China and Nepal, with 1 foot on each country. It's part of the Himalayas, a massive mountain chain stretching 2,400 kilometers, like a white belt around Earth's waist, always covered with snow. In Nepal, it's called Sagarmatha, meaning forehead of the sky, as if it truly touches the heavens. In Tibet, it's Chomolungma, meaning mother of the world, because it feels as grand, as protective as a mother. Different names, different cultures, but all show deep respect for this mighty mountain. So, how tall is Everest? It rises up to 8,848 meters above sea level, making it the tallest spot on Earth. Numbers can be hard to imagine, so let's compare. It's like stacking 19 oriental pearl towers in Shanghai on top of each other. Or imagine lining up 2,770 buses one after another, standing tall. That's Everest's height. Even airplanes usually fly around 10,000 meters are only a little higher than Everest. Sometimes it feels like the planes are waving hello to the peak. Everest is not just tall, but unbelievably tall. You might think Everest is always the tallest mountain, but science shows us it depends on how you measure. From sea level to top, yes, Everest wins. But measured from Earth's center to Barata in South America is farther away. So, the world's tallest actually had different answers. Science is like a magnifying glass, showing us many perspectives. Isn't that fascinating? Hey kids, have you ever wondered how mountains are made? They're not dug out with shovels, and they're not built layer by layer like houses. Let's imagine a fun little game. You and your friend each hold one end of a big soft blanket. Now, you both slowly push it toward the middle. What happens? That's right, the middle rises up like a mountain. The surface of Earth is kind of like that big blanket. It's made of huge puzzle pieces called tectonic plates. And these plates move very slowly, just a few centimeters a year, like a slow-moving turtle. One day, the India plate starts pushing from the south, but Eurasian plate up north didn't move. It stood its ground. Then boom! The plates collide and the land between was squeezed upwards, forming two mountain ranges. That wrinkly bump in the Earth's blanket, that's the Himalayas. And the biggest wrinkle of all, that's the mighty Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth. And here's the cool part, Everest is still growing today. Every year, it rises just a few millimeters, just like how you grow a little taller each year. So what's the top of Mount Everest? You might imagine it's like a snowy playground where you can build snowmen, but not at all. The summit is covered with ice and snow all year round, with furious winds howling like angry dragons. Some parts of wind is even stronger than a typhoon, making it impossible to stand still. Temperatures can drop to -65 Celsius dozens of times colder than your freezer at home. Even worse, the oxygen in the air. Breathing feels like trying to suck air through a tiny straw. No matter how hard you try, you just can't get enough. That's why climbers wear giant puffy coats like this. Goggles protect the oxygen and carry oxygen tanks to stay alive. This is why the summit is called this though. It's breathtakingly beautiful but also extremely dangerous. So how do people climb Mount Everest if it's so dangerous? First, climbers spend months or even years training, running long distance, hiking, and carrying heavy loads to strengthen their hearts and lungs. Then they must learn how to use special gear like ice axes, ropes, headlamps, and oxygen tanks. Before setting off, every climber gets a medical checkup. Then they fly to base camp, where they spend weeks adjusting to the thin air. When the climb begins, they move slowly step by step, stopping often to adapt. Along the way, they pass through 4 or 5 camps before finally pushing for the summit, and they must wait for the perfect weather window. Too much wind, snow, or cloud, and the chance is gone. Climbing Mount Everest is not just a hike, it's long, exhausting, but breathtaking adventure. Do you think anyone climbs Mount Everest alone? Of course not! On the China side, there are skilled Tibetan mountain guides. On the Nepal side, there are brave and respected Sherpas. They have lived in the highlands since childhood, so their bodies are adapted to the thin air. They carry heavy loads, set up tents, fix ropes, repair parts, and even save lives when danger strikes. Behind almost every successful summit, there is a hard work of these unsung heroes. That's why people say, without Sherpas, the Highland Gardens, there would be almost no Everest victories. Whoa, little explorers! Today we've traveled through the story of Mount Everest, from its names and its height to how it is formed, the dangers and its summit, the long climb and the brave helpers. Did you notice something? Climbing is not about conquering nature. It's about learning from it, respecting it, and protecting it. If one day you go on an adventure, remember, know when to stop. Safety comes first. A true explorer is not only brave but also respectful to nature and life. Our adventure ends today, but the story of Everest will always be waiting for you.